In this game of rugby, we saw two clubs in the heart of the Midlands clash as Walsall RFC take on Old Saltians. This game did not disappoint as there was constant action throughout, and with Walsall having not lost to Old Salt in recent years, the stage was set. This is grassroots rugby at its rawest. A rainy Saturday afternoon, no filters, and two local clubs battling it out to seek a win in the third week of the league fixtures. Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got another matchday vlog. This is the second matchday vlog of the season. Today we're playing away at Old Salt. So after last week's win at home versus Stoke, that was my first game of the season. Looking forward to another game today, but we are playing away. Weather's not ideal. I'm hoping it does hold up. But we've got a little bit of a road trip today down to Old Salt. I'm just waiting for Kyle and Ben. They are coming and I'm taking them, so cheers. Brown Batmobile. It's first on the car? Yeah. Oh, is it on? Yeah, it's on. Well, go on. Ben, I hope you know you're not getting in the front of this car, Chief. Very spaceshipy. What did you tell him? Did you tell him to subscribe or what? No, I don't say that. No, Kyle is always the one who's asking me, when's the game dead log out? Yeah. You're always the first person. When's it out? Yeah, because it's like interesting to rewatch. Yeah. We're about to see if I get fucking bodied into the back. Hey mate, we've got a video themed here. You're in the back of the hype man. Out. Look on. Max, time to get out. Good boy. Oh. I'll be the bigger man. Here we are at Old Salts. This clubhouse is actually really nice. I remember a couple of years ago, this is where I tore my AC joint on my shoulder. Hi. Oh, yeah. Introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm Richard Toe. I'm the director of Walsall Rugby Club. Born and bred in Walsall, over 325 caps. Played briefly at Mosey, but yeah, been director of rugby now for 3 years. Living every minute.
If you could describe your rugby career in one word, what would it be?
Torturous.
So big game today. How are you feeling about Walsall's season so far?
I'm really excited about today. We've had a stuttering start, I'd say. Played probably slightly within ourselves. Having said that, you know, we nearly came away with 2 wins. We got 1 win, 1 loss, 5th in the table. The only way's up. You know, we need to get out of the blocks with passion and then play to our structure.
And what's the ultimate goal for Walsall this season?
That's the acid question. I think I'm really ambitious. We're all ambitious as a club. I'd love to be in the top 3. That is the goal. But honestly, we've got the talent. We've got the talent to win this league. It's all about us. You know, if we start now, it's all about momentum. In season, it's all about momentum.
Also, what colour socks have you got on today? Because I know you've always got some questionable fashion sense.
I've got. Oh God, they're not even matching, mate.
No. Normally you've got some orange socks.
I do. Yeah, not today. Maybe after the game. Maybe after the game. Yeah, and a pair of Heineken branded Adidas trainers.
Nice, lovely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna block that Heineken bit out and bleep it. So today's game is being played at Old Salts RFC, and this is Walsall RFC's lineup. Forwards today looking very strong, a return from Max Hughes with his first game of the season. And in the front row we have got George Green, Simon Weaver and Callum Martin. In the second row we've got Callum Hoy and Michael Lockett. In the back row we have got Kyle Reid and Matt James, and at number 8 we've got Max Hughes. The backs today also looking very strong. In at 9 we have got the Loco Gringo, Dean Ainger. In at 10 we've got Ben Pitt. Captain today at 12 we've got Adam Nunney. Reece Jones stepping in at 13 today. Me and Luke Chambers on the wings, and Toby Smith at fullback. And here is the lineup today for Old Salts RFC.
Okay, our intensity starts from the minute we fucking play that whistle. We're kicking, so let's fucking, it's the perfect opportunity for us to fucking fire into it. Okay, cause a bit of chaos, and then we go again. We get back off the floor and go again. We keep fucking going. That's first 10-15 minutes, that is our block of intensity. That builds our own momentum. It's been missing. It's been missing because of us lot, so we've got to change it. You've got to take some accountability today. People have got to step up to the mark. You've got a job to do. Let's go out there and fucking lead it by example. All got 3. 1, 2, 3.
Right, so we are kicking off into the first half. Ben kicking us off and getting the game underway. Forwards just putting the pressure on Old Salts here, and as you can see, the 10 has already dropped the ball, which a good start for us, leaving us with a scrum. Dean put the ball in that, and Old Salts pushing us back here with a really solid scrum. Unfortunately, Nunny tries to get that at the back to Dean, but the ball does go loose, and Old Salts managed to kick it forwards. which they do try and hold on, so the ref gives us a penalty and we do get a line out. So Kyle does throw their line out in, however the ref calls it not straight, so it is a scrum for Old Salts. Again, a very physical competition in this scrum, and they're 12 then looking to clear that, but Luke is in the backfield. A great take there from Luke. Luke then looking to step back on the blind side and take on Old Salts in the 5 metre channels, but then Dean gives it out to Ben. Ben having to carry that in himself, gets it offloaded into Weaver. Weaver then with another offload to Lockett. Lockett gives it to Luke. Luke into Max. Max with a great bosh. Some good hands there on display from Walsall. Comes out to Ben. Ben then looking to find someone on the run. However, he throws a bit of a loose pass, which goes into their 12, and Walsall do lose possession. Now, the conditions today were very rough. It was raining, it had been wet, it was quite windy as well. So that did take a toll on the game, as you will see later on. Here, Toby in the backfield putting a kick over the top, putting the pressure on, but it is marked. Not long after now, Old Salts with a scrum, looking to play off the set piece as their 10 wraps around, but they do go into the centres to crash it up, and a massive tackle there from Nunny in the midfield. Then looking to keep it going on that left hand side, it comes into me and Reese, who just make that tackle there. However, nothing came of that play, so Walsall with a scrum, which Ben then looking to exit as he puts that out, but it does go into the backfield, into their fullback, who I have been chasing. The fullback then looking to open it up into the midfield. A good tackle there from Matty James and Nunny appealing for the turnover there, but ref says no. So 12 puts that over the back into Toby, but there was a penalty advantage, so Old Salts go to the corner for a line out. The ball is loose out the back, but it comes out to one of their front row, who takes that in. Then they look to go on that short side. Great tackle there from Kyle. Again, Old Salts trying to use their big forwards here in our 22. A good offload there into the front row. Old Salts now putting the pressure on us as they are entering our 22. Hands do go a little bit loose, but the winger then steps back inside, and we do win a penalty. So a bit of a let off there for Walsall, and we do have a line out, and you can see there the second row just late tackles Dean. So we do get a penalty, which Nunny kicks it, gets it through the post to put the first 3 points on the board. So a bit of a manic start. You can see the conditions are playing into this game, as we're trying to probably do a bit too many offloads and play a bit more running rugby where the conditions just didn't allow for that. Old Salts now getting that off a chip from Ben. Callum Hoy there with a great tackle. Old Salts looking to just use their forwards, build the phases and hopefully break us down, but Walsall with some good defence here. But you can see here the 13 steps inside, gets through. Dean just makes the tackle, but he's not held. He stands back up, gets back on the outside. Toby's chasing him. The 13 is still going. He's in the corner. 3 of the lads try and tackle him, but he's already dotted it down for a try, which they do not convert. So that is the first try of the game. Some great feet and a good run there from Old Salts 13. Scrum now for Walsall, and as you can see, the ball is loose. The conditions are really not playing in our favour, and it's a muddy pitch. It's quite wet, so there's quite a few drop balls in this game. But some good phases here. Good carry there from Nunny. Dean then finding that at the back of the ruck, giving it to Cal Hoy. Cal Hoy at the back to Toby. Toby then spreads that to Weaver. Weaver chucks it over the top. Carl's run out of space, so he just takes that into contact. A good carry there. Dean then giving it back to Mike Lockett with another carry. Then looking to spread that a little bit wider. Ben gives it out to Matty James. Matty James in the midfield, just coming into their 22 now. Comes out to Ben. Ben finds a great inside line there from Callum Hoy, and Callum Hoy is untouched as he goes through under the post for a try for Walsall, which we also convert. Good response there from Walsall to get a try of their own. Some good phases are being built, but as you can see from the conditions, both teams, a little bit of handling errors, which is going to play a big part in this game. Regain possession, but they drop it. Callum Martin picks the ball up, and a great bouldering run there. He's just brushing defenders off like they're nothing. He does get caught, and we also win a penalty, which Nunny steps up and puts the extra 3 points to keep the scoreboard ticking. Old Salts kick off now into the middle, which Weaver gets and spins out of a tackle and just carries that in. Then Ben under pressure gives it out to Toby. Toby looking in the backfield to get a kick, and he does kick that out, but it only goes as far as their 12, who with a good run there and a great carry takes that in, gets through one. Dean with a tackle there. Good run from Old Salt centre there. The 10 now looking to go himself, takes that into contact, but gets the offload into their 8. 8 carries that into a couple of defenders. But again, Walsall win a penalty in our 22. Some good defence there from the boys to stop Old Salts coming in. Now looking to exit. Ben giving that out to Nunny. Nunny looking in the backfield, puts the kick over the top. which me and Toby are chasing, goes into their fullback. Fullback looks to step on the outside, takes that into me and Toby. We make the tackle. Both teams looking fairly even in terms of possession at the minute. Some good defensive sets from both teams. And here you can see Old Salts do get a penalty advantage. So when the ball is dropped, it goes for a line out, which we do gain possession. Now Dean looking to get on the outside. Dean makes a break. I'm coming through, but Dean just takes that in himself, goes down into contact. Good reactions there from Dean, but unfortunately we do give away a penalty, which Old Salts number 12 steps up, takes the kick, and he does get that 3 points there. Couple of minutes later now, it's a Walsall scrum. Dean getting that out the back, gives that to Ben. Ben looking to spread it now, comes out to Toby. Toby out the back to Reese. Reese then giving it to me early. I'm looking to find some space, but haven't really got any out there, so just take that in. Comes back to Ben. Ben spreading that into Matty James, takes it in. Comes out to Ben again, over the top there. Bit of a loose ball, but comes to Kyle, who is on the edge, takes that into contact. Maybe a little bit of a high tackle there, which the ref brings it back for a penalty, which Nunny again with the penalty kick. Keep the scoreboard ticking over. Now we're taking a lot of these penalties because we know the conditions aren't great. Nunny was great on the tee, so we thought anytime we get a penalty in their half, we're going to keep that scoreboard ticking and keep the points rolling. But here Old Salts looking to play, coming out the back. Some hands now coming out onto that wing. Winger steps inside. Toby makes that tackle. Old Salts building phases nicely, using both the forwards and the backs. But as you can see there, the ball does get lost in contact. It's so slippery and greasy. You know the feeling if you're playing in the wet mud. It's just not a fun game, is it? Especially for the backs. So here it comes into the backfield. You can see Ben slips over them when he catches it, but just decides to go himself, sells the dummy, gets that ball out to Max, but it's dropped again. So the Old Salts winger gets the ball. Then they go through the forwards, and the 8 skips through a tackle and gets under the post for a try, which you can just see there. One mistake, one handling error can cause a try in this game. That shows how much the conditions were playing in on this, and you can't actually see as much on the camera, but it was very wet rain. Old Salts now with the scrum in their half from kickoff. 10 looking to exit as he puts that into the backfield. So Walsall with a line out, but the ball is lost and Old Salts gain possession again. So many turnovers in this game. I feel like I'm just keep talking about the conditions, but they were pretty bad. Now Old Salts using the hands out to the back. Some good jockeying there from me and Toby to get across and stop them getting that overlap. Now Old Salts looking to use the forwards, but we do give away a penalty. However, we do manage to get the line out, and Ben exits that into the backfield, which then the fullback looking to open it up. He gets all the way across, gives that to the winger. Winger then steps on the outside, but Luke making a good cover tackle there. But then the 13's picked it up on the edge, throws a bit of a loose offload. Toby gets on the end of it, gets through one tackle. We've got a couple of players chasing, we're in support. Toby then tries to put the kick over the top, but they do block it and it goes out into touch. I feel like there's a lot of the same errors in this game. You know, a lot of handling errors, some offloads that we're trying to throw, balls being lost in contact. There was not much structure in this game, which made it a little bit loose, which I think did play into Old Salt's favour, as they were just really strong using their forwards, carrying up, trying to patiently build the phases. You can see here now they're looking to go a little bit wide, comes out the back, out to the winger. Winger then steps back inside. That left them with no options, so the 10 has to clear it into the backfield, which comes really deep into Toby. Toby then looking to put the kick out, but it goes into the fullback. It's one person we don't want to be kicking to, who finds one of the front row, one of the props, with a great run there. Good Bosch. Comes out to the 10, one more phase, however that has dropped, and that was the first half done there. So first half was a very tight competition, I'd say. Both teams pretty even in terms of possession and field position. However, the conditions were really taking a toll. Offloads were getting lost, ball was getting lost in contact, turnovers kept happening. The kicking game was pretty tough, and it was pretty much anyone's game at this point. Okay, going into the second half now. Forgive me, there was an issue with my videographer and the camera, so we are using the VO for the second half. This is taking me back, but it's cool to see it at a different angle, I think. So straight from the off, ball's very loose, goes into the backfield for Old Salts, which they then look to clear into the backfield, which I gather, give that to Ben. Ben does put that out. Old Salts now with the line out. It's tapped back and the ball is a little bit loose. Regathered on the floor with a forward carry. And now the Old Salts looking to spread it. 12 gives that out to the 13. 13 gets a great offload into the fullback. A good covering tackle there from Reese to get across and make the tackle. 12 then decides to go on his own. Now Old Salts looking to spread it a little bit wider. I'm jockeying here. There's like a 4-on-1, but I do manage to jockey, stop the overlap, and we do manage to get our tackle. Now Old Salts building the pressure, building the phases, just coming into our 22 now. The ball stripped in contact there, but they do manage to keep possession. And Walsall do win a penalty. Really good defensive set there. However, the line out's not straight and goes back to Old Salts now. Old Salts now looking to play through the backs, using the hands as a 2-on-1. Winger then looks to go on the outside. I'll try and catch up, do slow him down a little bit, and the tackle is made there from Dean. The ball's all over the place in the ruck now, and I see it come out the back, so I pick it up. Good reactions. I thought I was through here. I've made it to the halfway. However, I have just, what's going on? I've lost the gas, but I do get the pass off to Reese. Reese then takes it in, and we do get a penalty from that. Let me watch that back. I picked it up. I remember picking it up, and I was running and I was sprinting, and I was thinking I was going to get caught. I thought I was like, I still had loads to go, but watching it back, I literally had the gap. I could have just kept running, but I don't know why I stepped back inside and got the pass off. But either way, we got a penalty, and now we go to a kick to the corner. However, we lose the ball. Oh, we lost possession, and Old Salts do kick it out, but that comes out to Luke. Luke then looking to step on the outside, takes it in, and we do get a penalty, which Nunny goes for the posts. Line out now just into Old Salts half, and Walsall steal the ball. Carry there from Callum Hoy, but he is driven back just around the ruck area. Some very good defence here from Old Salts. They're putting the pressure on. However, we get a penalty. Nunny goes for the kick, and he does get it from 40 metres out. Old Salts here with the dummy kickoff, and it goes to Luke, but unfortunately it doesn't catch that now, so Old Salts putting the pressure on with the line out. In our 5 metres, they're pushing it on, and they do get over for a try. So that's another error which has led to conceding a try, and it's now 22-20. There are 2 points in this game. Good chase there from Kyle and Callum Hoy. Callum Hoy there with the tackle. Old Salts looking to exit, goes into the backfield, into Ben. Ben then looking to go on his own. He takes it in. He throws an offload to me that just goes flying over my head, which their winger then picks up. He looks like he's through, and Reese chasing back, but he's not there quick enough, and their winger goes in for a try, which they also do convert. And again, that's another error, an unforced error that has led to us conceding a try. It was like we were trying to score too quickly off phase 1, and we didn't have any structure, which Old Salts capitalised on and scored again. Old Salts now looking to exit with a box kick. It comes over the top into Dean. Dean catches that nice and easily. Ben then looking to exit, takes the kick, and it's a good kick into the 22, but goes out to the Old Salts, who put that out. A good take there in the line out from Callum Hoy. Dean is rushed on, but Nunny then taking that in himself. A good carry, good strong carry there from Nunny to get on the front foot. George Green with the great tips there onto Callum Hoy. Callum Hoy with a great line, looks at the offload to Dean, but the ball is lost. So Old Salts then gain possession again, and they look to exit here through the 12, who puts that out onto the wing, which then Luke, he looks and goes up. Great take there from Luke, and Kyle and Ben to go over to secure the ball, but we do win a penalty, which Ben looks to put in the corner, but he has missed touch, and it goes into the backfield to their fullback, who then looks to exit, puts that over the top, only goes as far as Ben. Again, Ben slipping when he gets it, but gives it out to Max Hughes. Max Hughes then looking to carry, take that into the middle. Dean giving that out to Matty James. Matty James with the carry. The ball's all over the place in the ruck here. George Green with another good front foot carry. Comes out to Kyle. The overlap is there, but Nunny then steps back inside, takes that into contact himself. Walsall now gaining metres, coming into their 22. Callum Martin with a great positive carry. Again, the overlap's there, but unfortunately Kyle jumps over the tackle there, and the ball is lost forward from Walsall. So Old Salts now with a line out, and again it's like Walsall have gone into their 22, but we haven't capitalised on it, and we didn't get a try. So this second half we really need to step things up here. We keep getting in the right areas, but the execution's just a little bit off, and we're not getting the points on the board, which when the game is this close, it is so important to keep that scoreboard ticking and really execute when you're in the danger zone. Here comes out to Toby. Toby then looking in the backfield, kicks that. but it does only go as far as their fullback. Fullback then looking to exit, and he does so. So Walsall line out here, great take. Mitch now playing at 9. Ball goes loose in the midfield, but Nunny's there to clean it up and carry. Then coming out to Ben. Ben looking to float that over the top to Dean, but unfortunately doesn't catch that, and it goes out into touch. Couple of penalties here, leaving Walsall into a better position, going into their 22 there. Kyle with a good carry. Now again, it looks like we're entering the 22. We need to execute here. Ben puts that over the top to me. I step back inside, carry that into their 22. Max Hughes then with a carry. Now we're looking dangerous. We've got the overlap, we've got the players. Ben running on the outside, gets that pass off into Kyle. Kyle then carries the ball, turns into a maul, and Old Salts with some good defence managed to get us into touch. So another time we're entering their 22 and we don't come away with points. And now Old Salts exiting. That goes out to Dean. Dean spreads that to Toby. Toby then looking to go on the outside, throws a pass over the top into me, which then I look to open up. I then step back inside, another tackle there. Then it comes out to Ben in the backfield. Ben then looking to get on the outside, gives that out wide to Kyle. Kyle pass to Max. The 2-on-1s there. Max Hughes putting the pace on, gets the pass off to George Hill, but the ball is just bobbling around. Comes back in field to Kyle. We're just 5 metres short now. Can we get a try? No, we can't. We've given the ball away, and Old Salts exit, but only as far as Ben, who Ben then spreads that out to Toby. Bit of a bounce pass. Toby then looking to just take that in himself. Dean then coming back on the other side to Nunny, to Ben. Ben looking to put that into Dean. Dean carries with a great line, tries to get the offload to Max, but again it's lost. We're just trying to do too much at this point. But we've got a penalty advantage, so Matty James with a good carry out to Callum Martin. Callum Martin then looking to build a bit of structure so we can actually get some space on the outside. Ben throws that out to Kyle. Kyle with a carry on the edge. Another pick and go. We're 5 metres short, which surely we've got to score now. Another pick and go, but the ball is lost forward from Walsall. And Old Salts with another let off there. It seems that we've been in their 22 metres now for, you know, a large majority of this second half, but we just haven't come away with points. Toby now out of the backfield with a great run. He's found the gaps, he's got through. That is a great run there from Toby at the backfield. Comes back into Callum Martin. Callum Martin with a carry. Not long left of this game now. Walsall really need to get a try to win this game. Comes out to Kyle on the edge, another carry. Ball then comes out to George Green. George Green with another carry. Then it's looking like one attack, comes out to Ben. Ben with some quick hands out to Toby. Toby there, 3-on-2, decides to go himself, takes it in, gets the offload to Reese. Reese looks like he's through, gets another offload, but the ball is just lost there. And then again, the ball lost in contact. So another let off there for Old Salts. It goes to a line out. They keep them all, and the ball is out of play, and that is the final score there, 27-22 to Old Salts. A very unfortunate loss for Walsall. It seemed in that second half we did improve, but we just couldn't execute, you know, that structure into points. It seemed that we were in their 22 metres for like a majority of that half, but every time we got close, it was that literally that last pass or something that we didn't score from. And in these games at this level, you need to be scoring whenever you're in that position, which ultimately has cost us the game, and we lost 27-22. Great performance there at home from Old Salts. We'll see you again later in the season at our place. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a comment. What's your favourite part of the video? Who's your man of the match? So from me and another game day vlog, I'll see you in the next video.
This that shit to make them all go dummy. Now I got bread, they all want something from me. Showing like pros, man, I told them that it's money, and I own my own bars just like it's always sunny.